If you're earning money, paying your bills, and still feel stuck, it's not because you're bad with money. It's because you're following a system that was never designed to make you wealthy. And the uncomfortable part? You didn't choose this system. You inherited it. It quietly decides how you spend, how you save, and how broke you feel, even when your income goes up. Most people never notice it. They just blame themselves. By the end of this video, you'll see exactly where the trap is and why, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Act 1. Set up the invisible money system. Nobody teaches you a money system. You're just dropped into one. You get paid, you spend, you pay bills. Whatever's left, if anything, you call savings. That loop feels normal, responsible even. But here's the problem. A system isn't defined by what you intend to do. It's defined by what happens by default. And the default money system most people follow has one quiet outcome: permanent financial tension. Not poverty, just constant pressure. Enough money to survive, never enough to feel ahead. You don't feel broke, you feel almost okay. And that's the most dangerous place to be, because it keeps you compliant. Let's break down the 5 mechanisms that quietly lock people into this loop. Act 2. Confrontation Point 1. The income to expense escalator. The first system is simple and brutal. As your income increases, your expenses automatically follow. Not because you're irresponsible, because the system assumes your lifestyle should scale with your earnings. Bigger apartment, better phone, more subscriptions, slightly nicer food. Nothing crazy, nothing flashy. Just enough upgrades to make the extra money disappear. Most people think lifestyle inflation is a discipline problem. It's not. It's a design problem. Your bank account doesn't separate survival money from future money. It treats every dollar as equally spendable. So your brain does what it's wired to do: optimize for comfort now. The result? Your income goes up. Your financial stress stays exactly the same. Reality check. If more money automatically improved finances, high earners wouldn't live paycheck to paycheck, but millions do. Because the system doesn't ask, what should this money do? It asks, what can this money buy? Most people miss this, and once expenses scale to income, the next trap activates. Because now, even when you're earning more, something feels off. Which brings us to the second system. Point 2. The delayed reward illusion. Here's the lie the system feeds you. If I make more money, I'll feel more secure. But security doesn't arrive with the paycheck. It arrives with time. And the system hides that delay from you. You work, you get paid, you feel relief for a moment. Then rent hits, then bills, then subscriptions, then life. The emotional reward of earning money is immediate. The emotional reward of building wealth is delayed, sometimes by years. So your brain starts favoring short-term relief over long-term stability, not because you're weak, but because the system rewards immediacy. That's why people chase raises but ignore structures, why bonuses disappear, why financial anxiety returns no matter how much you earn. Here's the uncomfortable realization. If your system requires constant income to feel okay, you're not financially stable, you're financially dependent. And most people don't notice this until income stops, or slows, or surprises them. So if earning more doesn't fix the problem, who benefits from keeping it this way? That answer sits inside the third system. Point 3. The default banking system isn't neutral banks. Love the word default. Default accounts, default spending, default saving. Because defaults remove thinking. Your checking account is built for spending. Your savings account is built for storage, not growth. and neither is built for long-term wealth creation. That's not a conspiracy. It's incentives. Banks make money when your money sits idle or moves frequently, not when you build independence from them. So, the system keeps your money liquid, accessible, emotionally easy to touch, and every app is designed to make spending frictionless while making wealth building abstract and distant. Notice this: you can spend money in seconds, but building wealth feels slow, boring, and confusing. That imbalance isn't accidental. Most people trust the system because it feels official. But official doesn't mean optimal, it just means common. And this leads directly to the most damaging belief people carry about money. Point 4, the leftover money myth. This is where most people lose, quietly. The belief is simple: I'll save or invest whatever's left at the end of the month. But the system ensures there's almost never anything left. Why? Because expenses expand to fill emotional gaps, stress, boredom, and convenience. Leftover money is not a strategy, it's a coincidence. And relying on coincidence for your financial future is optimistic at best. Here's the uncomfortable truth: if saving is optional in your system, it will always lose to spending. Not because spending is evil, but because spending solves immediate problems. Saving solves abstract ones. Most people wait for discipline to save them. But discipline collapses under stress, fatigue, and real life. So if willpower doesn't work and defaults don't work, what actually does? That's where the final system shift happens. Point 5. Systems beat behavior. Every time, wealth isn't built by trying harder. It's built by changing the order of operations. High-level thinkers don't ask, "How can I save more?" They ask, "What happens to my money before I can touch it?" The moment money is separated from decision-making, behavior becomes irrelevant. That's the real shift. Instead of earn to spend to maybe save the system, becomes earn to allocate to live, not as motivation, as mechanics. When the system decides first, you don't fight yourself every month. You don't negotiate with impulse. You don't rely on discipline at 11:47 p.m. Most people never make this shift because it feels restrictive. But in reality, it's the first time money stops controlling you. And once this system is in place, everything changes. Not overnight, but permanently. Which brings us to the bigger picture. Act 3, resolution, the full mental model. All 5 systems feed into one outcome: a loop where money passes through your life, but never stays long enough to compound. The fix isn't earning more, it's redesigning the flow. Wealth isn't about intensity, it's about architecture. Change the structure, and behavior follows automatically. Leave the structure untouched, and effort is wasted. Once you see this, you stop blaming yourself and start designing differently. Here's the urgency most people miss. Every month, you delay changing the system. The old one compounds against you. Not dramatically, quietly. The real danger isn't being broke. It's staying functional enough to never question the design. From here on, don't ask, "How do I make more money?" Ask, "What system is my money obeying?" That single question changes everything, if you're willing to sit with it.